And we back. What up, goons? What up, goonuts? What's the word? Yo, I am tired than I'm good at night. I ain't even gonna cap to you. It's gonna be one of them nights. I got a banger for you tonight, though. Again, what up to all my goons? What up to all my goonuts? What up to the chat, the let out? What up to the gang? What up to the squad? You feel me? Uh, Again, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, vibing with your boy. You want to support the channel, man? Dollar sign OZ1700. That's the Cash App. Make sure y'all subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all liking the fucking live. Make sure y'all subscribing to the Twitter. I'm sorry. Make sure y'all subscribing to my Instagram, OZ1700. Make sure y'all subscribing to the TikTok OZ1700. Make sure y'all gonna go subscribe to my Twitch. For sure, for sure. OZ1700. Y'all know the vibes. It's all it's. Y'all know how we coming. Y'all know how we carry it. Think on my guy, King. What up, Brody? What's the word, gang? I told y'all I'm back. Day 4. Tuh. 30 lives in 30 days. We on day 4 of 30. It's finna get treacherous. I got a crazy, crazy little video tonight. Well, it's this whole case we about to be watching. I'm goody, bro. I'm put up. You know me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired than a mother. You feel me? Gotta get up, go to work in the morning, but I still gotta do this too. You feel me? The grind don't stop, bro. You feel me? So I'm gonna carry it the way it needs to be carried, regardless, Brody. You know what I'm saying? But I already know once I start talking shit and bidding on motherfuckers and getting the trolls out of here and all that extra woo woo shit, I know I'm gonna wake up. So I ain't even tripping, gang. But I got a crazy joint tonight though. I don't know if you heard of this case of this lady. Her name Letitia Stout, right? This case long as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. We might be breaking down and watching this case for like the next couple weeks, gang. Like because the way she went about this is wow, bro. So her husband is like some type of contractor or some type of businessman to where as though he's uh he's always out of town or whatever. So she stays home with the kids, you know what I'm saying? The son goes missing, right? So she say. Son went missing. You feel me? For months, bro. For months, gang. And she the whole time often. So when she was getting interrogated, at first they was believing her, they was rocking with her. But it was certain things that she was saying in the interrogation room that took her from victim to suspect. The deeper we get into this situation, yo, it's going to mess with y'all heads. I'm telling you that now. It's going to with y'all heads, bro. Like, y'all going to be sitting there like, what? Huh? Why? You feel me? Like, this going to have y'all messed up, so y'all got to pay attention. Y'all got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to break it down parts and parts because these interrogations is long as hell, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Like the first interrogation we're going to watch tonight, that's like 3 hours and 46 minutes. And then the one after that is like 4 hours and some change. And then the one after that is like another 3 hours and some change. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, they got they had tapped her phone and was listening to her phone calls, talking to her husband, the dad of the son she killed. She on the phone capping him up, basically saying like, "Why you don't believe me? Do you think I killed our son?" And all this woo woo, and the husband on the phone like, "Well, you making it hard for me not to." Yo, y'all gotta see this shit. This nigga, yo, this shit cause yo, I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched this like a little while ago. You feel me? And I was at work listening to it every day because I'm riding around listening to it. You feel me? Doing what I gotta do at work, and this was getting me up. You feel me? Like that's had me pulling over in the delivery truck. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get my head right. Like you sick? You know what I'm saying? Like why you do all that capping? And this went on for months, gang. For months. She capping him down for months. Like, I can't wait to see y'all go through the ups and downs, yo. Like, this is gonna take you on a roller coaster. It's gonna bring you up here, and then it's gonna bring you here, and then drop you all the way back down, then bring you back up, take you to the left and the right, gonna spin you around. This whole case is crazy. It's going to literally twist you up, like for real, for real. So, like the Letitia Stout case. Mm, 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 mm. I'm about to pop it on now. I'm about to put the Letitia. I'm about to start the Letitia Stout case now. Cause I've been talking for like almost 10 minutes, and I guess everybody that come in, we'll fill them in on what's going on, and we'll see everybody whenever they get her, and we'll just go from there. So this is the Letitia Stout case. I mean, well, this the interrogation. So
welcome to 8MC Investigations, the place for true crime content. If you're a fan of consistent videos, check out our uploads. I'm sure you will find something that you've never seen before, and we're always adding to the library, so make sure you're subscribed. The absolute best way to support the channel is to subscribe on. So if you're interested in or unfamiliar with this case, Letitia Stout is the last person to see her stepson, 11-year-old Gannon Stout, alive. She reported him as a runaway on January 27, 2020. After weeks of searching for Gannon, his remains were eventually found in Pace, Florida. Letitia made
she took his remains to a whole nother state, packed them in suitcases, and yo, y'all gonna be fucked up by this whole case. I promise you, yo.
Including murder in the first degree of a victim under 12 by a person of trust, first-degree murder, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with the deceased human body, tampering with physical evidence, and 8 counts of violence. This interview was conducted by El Paso County Sheriff's Office in Colorado on January 29th, 2020, just 2 days after Gannon Stout was reported missing. Letitia is not under arrest. She is free to leave at any time. Now, if you have not seen her full FBI...
All right, bro. I see you when you get back, Brody. Do your thing.
Surely do not want to miss that one. Here's the police interview of Letitia Stout.
I'll be here for like an hour and a half.
First, let's have a moment of silence for the victim in this case.
Rest in peace, Gannon. Let's get into it.
And then just because you're in here and you're in our building and stuff, you mind if I just pat you down really quick? That's how we hug. I just need you to face that way for me. I wasn't sure if you need me. Yeah, go ahead and just put your arms out for me and just separate your legs slightly for me. There you go. Nothing that's gonna like poke me or anything. Like you're not diabetic or anything, are you? No. Okay. Just your phone. Sit on the couch. We'll be right back with you. Okay. Thanks. Hey. How you doing?
Yeah.
Did you get some sleep?
I haven't eaten today.
Oh my goodness. Do you want something to eat? I've got some stuff.
I would love that.
What would you like? I've got some pizza Hot Pockets and some tamales and a breakfast burrito.
This case gonna take y'all through ups and downs, I promise y'all. So y'all gotta pay
Yeah, that's totally
attention.
fine.
Double tap
yeah.
the screen, like the live. You want to support the channel? Hit me with a cash app, OZ1700. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey yo, we just reached 1,000 subscribers today. It's lit.
Thank you so much for getting that.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's my
It's
card.
lit, y'all.
Here you have it, so I don't forget later. And I'll get that.
I appreciate every single last one of y'all that tap in, that subscribe, that like, everything. Yo, I appreciate it all.
I work with a couple different people.
Are you like in charge of?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm in charge.
Yeah.
It's just, we all pitch in and help out where we can. So Mark helps me whenever I'm out and about, and Kat helps me whenever I'm here.
Right.
So
It's crazy.
She's going to be hanging out with us.
Crazy lady, man.
And I also have something going on. So if this ends up going over, which is totally fine, I just want you to know who Kat is in that. Okay. Where did you park? Did you park in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
The garage that's right behind our building?
Parking ticket, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. For validation, what kind of vehicle were you in? So that I can put that on that validation slip whenever because I'll give you something to turn in so you don't have to pay.
Yeah, it's a Volkswagen Tiguan.
It's a Volkswagen Tiguan?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, what else? So I'm just gonna go through my normal spiel with you.
Okay.
Yo, those are
No,
nice.
don't start with this. Don't start with
Candace,
these.
what's up? I think my daughter's going pro at
I
basketball.
want, like, why am I seeing ads if I pay for the? Never
I
mind.
know that we
Don't
talked
even matter.
last night, but because you're in here in the police building, I want you to know certain things, okay?
Right.
So first of all, you're in here voluntarily. You can leave.
Okay.
You just have to let me know that you want to leave.
Right.
Because I need to escort you out of the building.
Okay.
Okay? If there's ever a time that you need to
What's
take a
up,
break,
Rabbit?
you need the bathroom, you need more water, you're
Make sure you
hungry,
drop that,
whatever it is, let me know.
make sure you
okay?
post the,
I
type-ins
can't read
if,
your mind, so I need you
support
to
and
let me know
donate
what's
to the
going on with
channel.
you, so that I can help you.
Drop my
Okay?
cash app.
The whole purpose of this, of us talking, is to gather some information, and I
I
know
have a
you.
question about that. I understand
You know,
that.
type
I know
in
it's
everything you need
recording and all
to,
that. It's totally fine.
everything you need to put
but
up.
does that usually stay within the court and stuff like that? I'm just asking
Yeah, so this
because
is
I'm gonna have to tell you some very
Oh, I'm sorry.
personal things. So.
okay, and that's perfectly
Right.
fine.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and so it is not our common practice to go and,
Okay,
and be
that's all I was
releasing
gonna ask.
stuff like
Okay.
that. Also, another little admin thing that I do just to sort of kind of cover my butt whenever I have people in here talking is to go over a Miranda waiver. It doesn't mean that you're in trouble. It's just because you're in a police station,
Right.
and I want you to be absolutely certain of your rights.
Right.
Okay? So I'm going to go over that with you right now. So you have the right to remain silent.
Thank you.
Okay. So, because, I know I met with you yesterday. We talked on the phone. We texted. We've been talking with each other a lot. But because this is recorded, I want to get, let's start from the basics.
Okay.
Have who you are. Do you have your ID
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
in your purse? Oh, those are nice glasses.
Yeah, Dips.
What are they?
Dips.
I haven't heard of that. Is that a new,
It's like a Quay brand.
Quay?
Yeah. They're really good. They're better than the Michael Kors and things
Oh,
like
really?
That. Yeah.
Like, what messes me up, yo, is how this lady played it so cool.
I know this is your South
Like
Carolina
she was the victim the whole time.
ID.
This case took me through. I was watching this case for a month straight, with the daughter testifying and everything, and this took me through so many ups and downs. I was twisted.
Yes.
Okay, and that's your maiden name?
And then when she run and leave and go out of town, wouldn't tell her husband where she at. No, yo, this shit had me up.
Lynnen?
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. Thank you. What's a good phone number for you in case I need to get a hold of you?
I don't ever drink sugar, so this is probably going to be like so good.
What is, in case I need to send you any documentation via email, how can I do that?
It's TECIA. It's like my name.
Are you on any social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram?
Well, I
Twitter?
wasn't for a long time, but just recently I just got like my Facebook back because we didn't have for like 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So I do have Facebook, but I've always had Instagram, but it's mostly like a travel YouTube type thing.
Okay, what's Facebook?
It's just my name.
Is it Letitia
No,
or
it's
Tisha?
under Tisha.
I'm sorry, you said it's under Tisha?
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, it's not. It's because I abbreviated it. It's TTE.
Is it your same last name?
Mm-hmm.
Such.
Yeah, because I really don't like, my first name, I'm always like, oh, Tesha. They're like, what Kesha? So I just put T because
Have I been saying your name wrong?
No, you haven't, but I always try to change it. My mom didn't like it, so like we try to change it. So, yeah, so I just gave up, just said put T.
What do you want me to call you?
You can call
Tasha?
you can call me Tisha, which is my name.
Tisha, okay.
You know, we always have a name we don't like or something. Anyways.
And you said Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Now my Instagram is under Dr. Stout.
Dr. what?
Stout.
Is it the spelling of your last name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shows I have my doctorate degree in education.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is this like a Dr. Simple Pepper kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
So it's for your education doctorate.
Mhm.
All right. And then address that I need to send if I need to mail anything. And where are you working?
Well, I was working with WD3, but I didn't want to work as a teacher anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I was going to be a flight attendant. So that's currently what I started doing with Spirit. So I had been going back and forth doing like FAA. First you have to get like a study guide. I know you're probably like, oh, you have your doctorate degree, you want to be a flight attendant, you know, I just like to travel. But my goal is to like teach online too and do the flight attendant so I could do both.
Sure.
So I've been looking over my books with Spirit and like things like that so that I could go to training. So I was supposed to go to training. We get like a training date February, March, April. So in the meantime, I was just doing like subbing at the early college. That's why I told you early college, picking up sub shifts and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're more of a substitute.
Well, I was just the 5th grade teacher at French, but teaching has gotten so difficult in the elementary schools. I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This motherfucking
it was
lady
kinda like
is
in
crazy.
between. I just finished working.
And
with
I'm
that.
saying that because I watched this case already, man. This lady is a fucking lunatic.
Because I did special ed for so long, because that's what my doctorate's in, and then you're like, oh, like you try to help so many people, and it's just hard.
All right. So you're gonna do flight attendant with Spirit.
Well,
Have you been picked up by them yet?
well, I got an offer letter from Spirit, an offer letter I just got one yesterday from SkyWest.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I like SkyWest is because they have a domicile in Colorado Springs and in Denver. So you can actually like work there, and I could do both at the college. Because I was gonna, I thought that was something vibrate. I was gonna do like Pikes Peak, and like I'm sure I wouldn't have a problem because I just finished this past year. So I was gonna just do them both.
We have the ultimate match between a track star and Self's free rent reporting, and the loser gets a chilling ice bath with this right here. Gentlemen, take your places, go.
And then so I hadn't decided, but now that SkyWest just had offered it, I was like, that would be perfect because it was
Look
just
how
like
confident she
like,
just sitting there,
where
like,
you could
it's
come
crazy.
home all the time.
Yeah.
So that was a big problem that we had, is because I was going to take the Spirit job, and then I wouldn't be based anywhere. They don't have a base anywhere in our area, so
Oh.
like I would have had to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So I would never get to see anybody at home, and then you like stay in these crash pads.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with it?
We were on vacation with some people who.
She's sitting there talking to they sitting there talking to her like she they girlfriend, like they girlfriends, like they girlfriends having a lunch together. Like
I did start getting
I can't wait till they switch up on her.
I'll never get to see everybody at home. And
But they doing their
I love
job.
the
They
travel
gotta
part,
gain her
and I'm
trust.
stuck with traveling, but being alone, or traveling with everybody else, but maybe not as much here. So anyway, that was in a nutshell. I was kind of in a self-evaluating. Is it okay if I just stop that? Because it's like vibrate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Drives me crazy. But yeah, look, so I was in like a self-evaluation type thing, trying to figure out, transitioning from education and never having like another career was like, and then like worrying about how people would look at you like, oh, you have your doctorate degree and you're a flight attendant, you guys like don't make money.
Right.
So.
My niece is actually a flight attendant, so for Southwest.
They said that's the best one, and whenever they have openings, it shuts the website down.
Oh,
That's what I heard.
that's pretty awesome. I didn't know about that.
And apparently it's really hard to get into because they're supposed to like handle emergencies in the air. So
Yeah, and like the training is so. You think people just think we will serve people, but the training is so.
I heard it's very intense.
Yeah, they like do ditching exercises. They kick people out every day. If you're late for class for 1 minute, kick you out.
oh wow,
And
That's good. We need standards like that whenever we're
So like what
flying.
happened? Let me just tell you this in case it comes up like somewhere. But Spirit flew me out to do the December 20-something training, right? Problem is, I didn't have anybody to watch Harley, and Albert was working night shifts, and so it's always hard because it's always on me to find babysitters for everybody, all the kids. It's always on me. So I get out there, and he was supposed to help. I know she's 17. We let her stay by herself, whatever. But through the night, because he was working 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., that kind of scares me. And so, like, she just joined the Air Force. So, like, I know she's going to have to learn how to, like, shoot a gun, protection, but, like, she's not ready yet. Mature. Like, she's very mature, but she's not ready. So I came back, and I was, like, talking to them. I just told them, I was like, my daughter's at home, whatever. And they're like, we can move you to the next class. Like, I think it was February, whatever. So, anyway, so just in case, you were like, oh, I thought you were... But I did fly out. They flew you out or whatever. And I came back because I was panicking about her, the dog, everybody to take care of. So,
She's your baby, right?
yeah.
So, why don't we talk a little bit about what's going on? So, I understand, so initially you didn't tell me some things because Albert was there. And when we say Albert, we're talking about Eugene.
Yes. He doesn't like Eugene because his dad is Eugene, and he was a child molester.
Okay.
So, like, he, like, raped his sister. So he freaks out about the word, like, if he hears Eugene. But I said maybe that might help you. If you don't have to call him Eugene, it probably would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is take me through Sunday into Monday.
Okay.
And be as detailed as possible as to what you were doing, who was there, where you were at, how long you spent, et cetera, et cetera. Because the more detail I have, it might spark something for me.
Is it okay if I take my notes out? Because, like, I wrote down all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I was like, I tried to write down anything in my...
All right, y'all, pay attention.
And just in case, because I have
Pay
like,
attention.
different things or whatever.
Thanks for the hearts. Pay attention, right? Pay attention to the stuff she about to start seeing, because some of it not gonna make sense. And if you smart, you will figure out where she, like, where her story start falling apart at.
Did you see the picture from Garden of Gods?
I did.
Okay, so we have pictures where we went to Garden of Gods. We were going to take the dog for a walk, but then my daughter got called in to work because she works at Massage City.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, we're going to go hiking. The crazy thing is, like, it's always like, got one kid likes to hike a lot, the other one don't. So spent the whole time like, come on, let's go. We got to burn calories. Excuse me. All those type of things. Gannon, he started having a stomach problem, and he pooped in his pants. So it kind of cut our hike a little bit short. But I was like, it's okay. It was kind of cold. I say cold for me, but I'm used to like 80-degree weather.
Just watch the way she
So we
moves.
decided to go home.
Okay.
So we go home. I don't really remember what we did the rest of the day. It was probably just like random things around the house. I thought we went to dinner. Oh no, we didn't get dinner because he wanted to take a bath. That's what it was. So he came in and he asked me about the whole bath salt thing.
Okay.
And he had pooped in his pants, so I thought he wanted to like take a shower, so I gave him a bath bomb.
Okay.
So going through the night, we were just doing like a regular random. I feel like I don't know who I should be talking to, but
You can talk to both
yeah,
of us.
we should be doing like random things around the house. It's Sunday, no football on, you know. I mean, I don't know like specific every little detail we did, but just a normal, everyday situation. Other than he was in a lot of pain because he gets really bad. Is it okay if I like show you like graphic, like not graphic, but like with my hand motions?
Yeah, that's fine.
He'll get where he has to like poop and like that. It might take like 2 to 3 weeks. He has like a GI problem. So, because he takes Vyvanse, so like he had went the whole time without Vyvanse. So whenever that happens, sometimes it'll get where his stomach like wants to work, but then like can't. So he spends a lot of time in the bathroom, like kind of like hurting and things like that.
Okay.
All right. So then at this point, the dogs, we have 2 new little, a Frenchie and a what is he? An English bulldog. They're really like, you know,
French and English bulldog.
yeah, they are. They're really kind of like well, Sadie's the French bulldog. She's kind of like high maintenance. But the kids always help out a lot with them, you know. But Gannon wasn't feeling too well, and the dogs, they all, you know how they like know someone's not feeling well. So they were all laying down there, and it was gassy, like very, very. They're back with that, very, very gassy or whatever. And you know, life goes on. But so Gannon had started a candle. Again, normal day. He's very like responsible in terms of like if you give him something and say do this, and this, and like a list and prepare him, it's fine. So we let him, you know, do things like that. Like Albert lets him like use the box cutter to cut the boxes down, you know, and like teach him things to be like a independent, growing up adolescent. So I didn't see a problem with him, you know, light a candle, whatever.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember the exact time. I'd have to look at when the fire thing went off. I was tired. Albert had left because we spent the whole night prior with Saturday because he was going to train in Oklahoma. So we.
My first oyster. That's good. Oh, it's cold.
Stayed up most of the night.
Okay.
You know, just everybody was going to miss each other, wouldn't see each other for a while, whatever. So I was kind of like, you know, tired. I had dozed off for a little bit. And Lena asked me could she stay up and still watch the rest of her iPad or whatever. Usually I'm always like, no, straight, like, hey, no, you can, you know, whatever. But I did feel kind of bad because it was just her birthday. And at the same time being her birthday, we had a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
So we made it about her, but like I was trying to give her a little bit extra because not everybody got to make it there. And we went all out for Gannon's birthday. Like we took him to a Rockies game. We took friends with him. I mean, you know, like popcorn, hot dogs. But we didn't do that with her. But in her defense, we bought her a Switch. So it was kind of like different. But she didn't understand that. So I let her stay up longer than she's supposed to. It was like a, you know, not any sort of bribery, but, you know. So she stayed up a little bit later. And so she was still kind of, she's a very hard sleeper. And she's hard to, like, pick up, move if she falls asleep, whatever. But I could tell she was just barely asleep when I went in there. So it starts beeping. It's like a beep, 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 beep. And I thought that someone was coming in the house. So I look and don't see anyone at any doors or hear anything. So I was like, I thought it was just a sensor. So I hit in our 2564, which is our alarm code, but it didn't go off. And I was like, what is wrong with this thing? So I walked to Lena's room, because the alarm is in her room, and I walked back like through the top part of the house, and you've been in the house, so you know the top part of the house.
I haven't been in here.
Okay, so there's the upper level, and then there's the below basement. So I like walked back and forth or whatever. I didn't see anything going on. Then it started saying fire, 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 fire. Like it kept saying fire.
Oh wow.
So and I thought it was you know how like so there's like sensors for your fire alarm, and then there's sensors for your like alarm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going to everything trying to like ban it while it was going off, because I was thinking kitchen, fire, nothing's wrong, whatever. So I was putting like towels over some of the sensors because I thought that was like monitoring the fire thing, whatever. And then I realized it kept going and going. So then I see smoke coming up from the downstairs. So I run downstairs, and my idea of a big fire is anything that I see on fire pretty much, and there's smoke.
Pay attention. Pay
That's just
attention to
'cause
this
I grew up in
part.
the country, so, you know, like I've never bonfires and like things like that, you know. So there was smoke coming up through the basement. So the basement has, so like you walk down the basement, there's the sofa and stuff over here. It was coming up through the basement. So I like run back up the stairs, go grab Lena. Luckily, my point telling you about her being not a rough sleeper, she woke right up. So she woke back up, and I like almost like grabbed her, and I was like, get up, get up, get up, get up. I said, I gave her the keys. I said, can you go, I don't remember the exact order, but I said something along the lines of, can you go take the dogs to Daddy's truck and sit there and wait?
Right.
So I don't remember the order of how we all ran out the house, but I know that at that point I did. She ran out, and I can't remember if I ran out to make sure they got the truck or if she ran out by herself. I don't remember that part, but I do know that I know that they had gotten in the truck. I came back inside, run back downstairs, and that's when I was trying to get Gannon, because I couldn't get, I didn't know how to get everybody at once. So my main thing was to get the front people out, and then go. So then I ran back downstairs to get Gannon. And then the fire was on the floor over here, then on the sofa. So I'm pretending this is the sofa and this is our floor. So it was right here and right here. And I saw the candle that was over here. So there was covers everywhere because the kids always get on them about, they leave a lot of covers laying around all the time. I mean, there's like 10 quilts and LOLs and blankets and all this. So they were all right here. So I take a whole bunch of them and I go and like basically smash down on the sofa and the fire to put it out. So I got a burn, and then I was like, get up again, and started running at that point because it wakes him up. He's alert. He's realizing that the covers and everything's on fire, the carpet's on fire, and we all go outside. So we get in Albert's truck, and we drive off. And I drove off in panic because I saw that I put the fire out. So I knew that there was no, like nothing wrong, like it wasn't going to keep going. I drove off in panic because I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Like, we break the carpet, we done this with this. Gannon's upset, freaking out because he's scared he's gonna get
Right, why didn't you call the fire truck? Why you didn't call the fire truck? When y'all got the safety, if you, like, why didn't you call the, you know what I'm saying?
Develop a plan for the next day to figure out, honestly, we were gonna fix the carpet and try to, not say anything. And the reason for that is because, Albert freaks out about every little thing. If the kids do something and I'm on, me, and he'll be like, you did this, you weren't being a good stepmom, you weren't doing this, you weren't doing that. And so we both kind of were, a little, worried about it. And he gets very, crazy, if something goes wrong. So that was the plan. Go to sleep, rest. He was going to stay out of school. We were going to get the carpet fixed, and then go from there. Plus, his stomach was hurting. So Lena didn't want to sleep in her room. Everybody was still kind of frazzled. And I think Lena slept with me or on the sofa. I brought the dogs up, and Gannon he wanted to go in his room at that point because he was already sleeping on the sofa. And so that's where Sunday, pretty much kind of stopped, and everybody went to bed and yada yada yada. And I think I sent Albert messages because he was sleeping, was on a different time zone, and he didn't see him that night. So. Okay. And I didn't feel that no one was in harm. Let me make sure I say that because the fire was not going. Now, I know that Gannon had black marks all on his shirt, like smoke marks. But he had on a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt because sometimes he has on whatever. So he had on a short sleeve shirt with a long sleeve shirt. So I didn't see him in any kind of nothing other than the little burns that we had. I didn't see.
Where did you see burns on Gannon?
All right, so with Gannon, I just saw that. Okay, so on the top, right here. So say the shirt's right here. So right here there was a burn, and the reason for that was I think whenever he was trying to come up, it kind of burned him a little bit. I'm not gonna make an assumption. I don't really know. And as far as that, I didn't see anything else. I didn't know any other differences or anything like that. All I saw was that. I saw you okay. He ran out the house. He was fine or not the house. Everything was normal. Yada yada yada. Now I'm gonna let you know in a little bit why he was
yada yada yada. That's my new saying. Yada yada yada.
I'll let you know about that.
Describe the flames for me. How tall are these flames? Is it smoldering on the carpet, sort of kind of creeping across?
That's my new saying now, Rabbit. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada.
The couch, how is it?
Yeah, so you know what the boy went around, yada yada yada. That's where you know she don't know what the hell to say, or she lying. She hit you with the yada yada yada.
Kind of intimidated me more because I spent the whole night calling.
No, I'm saying that yada yada yada.
Kind of intimidated me so much because I couldn't. The visibility was starting to be a little bit, like as if I had walked into a small little fire. And
That's the new saying for the chat, Rabbit.
Because like upholstery.
When motherfuckers be in the chat talking shit, somebody just gotta pop in out of nowhere and say, "Come on, man," with that yada yada yada.
Okay, so I would say
that mean they
maybe,
capping.
in this area, like right here, it wasn't like here. So the flames were 2-3 feet high. You think?
How much light did you see coming off of this through the smoke?
I don't know.
Okay, and that's fine if you don't know.
I'm not like a professional, and I was in the moment of freaking out to give you an accurate answer.
Sure.
Because I don't want to tell you what's here, and it might have been here. I don't want to tell you this, and this. I
All right, that's bet.
Based off of
Yada,
your
yada,
memory
yada.
to the best of your ability.
Right.
And that's all it is. Okay.
I do know that I saw covers coming up on fire.
What was what covers were coming up on fire?
Like he had a cover on because he was sleeping on the sofa.
What was he covered with?
What do you mean?
What kind of blanket? You had mentioned there was LOLs, there was quilts.
Oh, like which color?
Yada yada yadas.
What blanket was he using?
Oh, I'm not sure. There was a couple.
Yada 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 on.
There was a black. They were all. Some of them. I put them all back in that bin that was sitting there. Did you? He said you didn't.
I haven't been in the
Okay,
house.
so there was black. It was like a little furry. There was watermelon ones. I don't remember specifically which one he had, but I know that there was blankets in the area because they always leave blankets around. At least a mermaid went around. But the whole operation of when I grabbed them and put it out, I grabbed them all and done it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Were any of them like damaged whenever that happened?
Oh yeah, they all. I left them all there when I showed them that night that like they were damaged or whatever.
Okay. Well, I haven't been in the house either.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was speaking to you like you.
Yeah, no, I didn't go into the house either, so I was just trying to make sure that we're...
Yeah.
So then Gannon decides that he doesn't want to go to school because of his tummy issues or because he's going to help you with the carpet. What is...
It was kind of a combination of both.
Okay, and who excused him from school?
But I had texted Albert and said, could he not go to school for his stomach?
Okay.
Because he was hurting with his stomach, but also the whole plan was that we were going to figure it out.
So who actually contacted the school to excuse him?
It wasn't me. I didn't. I don't know.
Okay.
Did someone contact? Because I didn't.
I would assume that
Okay.
somebody would contact the school, or you probably would get like a phone call. I know with my kids' school, if they're not there by 8:15, the office.
Then they would call Albert, not me, because he would have the the automated system where he's like, your child is missing. Your child is missing from school today, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Dude,
Sunday.
she eating good. They want to
And you're-
order a
you're
sandwich
seeing
and
a lot of
everything,
tea
thinking
and
that she a
everything.
victim until they
So
start
you mentioned earlier
until they start
Kelly
peeping
had gone to
shit.
work. She got called into massage envy. So who went on the hike?
So it was originally going to be all of us. Harley, me, Gann, and Lena. And then Harley got called in. She switched shifts with someone, but then that person, I guess the policy is that person
Right, and a soda.
agree to take your shift, but then they'll come, you still have to come or something, I don't know.
Can't forget the
So
Bev.
she just was like, I have to go. She's only going to be working there a few more weeks or whatever. So I told her, I was like, don't burn any bridges. I know it sounds crazy that you have to do that, but you got to go in. So she went into work on Sunday.
Okay. So it ended up being you, Gannon and Lena that went hiking.
Right.
Okay. And so then let's go through Monday.
So can you remember that?
Yep.
Alright, so we wake up on Monday. Normal. How we wake up.
All right, this one is get wild.
Whatever. Shannon stays in bed. He already knows that we are going out and about today. That was the plan. Lena, I walked Lena out to make, because usually...
Yeah, exactly. The whole time.
So I walked Lena out.
She was talking like that, but they doing their job trying to gain her
I
trust.
seen her around the corner to get to the bus stop, and she did.
Okay.
I come back inside. I don't remember if I laid down a little bit. I probably played on my phone for a little bit, wasted a little bit. Because she goes outside like 6:50, 6:55. Still early. Take the dogs out, things like that. Well, I go down, start talking to Gannon about, hey, this is the plan. Go downstairs, the basement, whatever. I say basement, but as in, his room is...
Motherfucker thinks she had a brunch.
And I realized that Gannon, he actually had, marks, on his arm. And they were actually, peeling. to that point. And I swear, I did not realize that they had, I don't know if like, they start like, because burns are sitting there, I don't know if they started like peeling like overnight or like whatever. And he has like really bad anxiety. So whenever things are peely or like things like that, he bites his own nails a lot anyway. Like anything that's like loose and things like that, he bites them. So I don't know if like, as I guess it burns, like, you know, burns a little bit. And when I do this, I don't mean like I'm giving you a location. I'm just saying.
Alan,
Like,
what up, Brody?
I guess when like, you know how they pull a little bit stretchy or whatever. So like on the arm,
What
it
up,
gets
gang?
stretchy and peeling. So then I was like freaked out because I was like, I didn't know that his
We
arm for like that. So
we
I,
locked
like,
in on this new
and this is where I have to start telling you, you know, like I'm like very like I was scared.
I'm
because
good,
my
gang.
thought process
I'm out the
was,
way. I'm put up, man. Chilling. I
because
was waiting for y'all to pop in, you know, come show love to the live, come support the channel, support the stream, you know what I'm saying? You know how it go, you know the vibes. But hold, let me tell you what we getting into tonight. Hold on, let me pause this real quick.
And Gannon was like, it's okay, like, there was blood.
and like he had on his arm.
And as it was healing,
I'll be acting dumb. So look, check it out. This it's this case. It's called the Letitia Stout case, right? She's this gonna be a long case, bro. It's gonna be a whole lot of parts to this case. It's gonna take y'all through the emotions. It's gonna take y'all up, down, around, to the side, left, right. It's gonna mess y'all heads up. It's gonna blow y'all minds. Like this is the first interrogation. And I'm telling you now, it's gonna be like 30 parts. I'm gonna have to break this down so much. Cause every interview is so long, bro. Like it's so many twists and turns to this case. And if you don't pay attention, you're gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So she basically killed her stepson while her husband was at work. Yes, she a killer. She killed her 12-year-old stepson named Gannon. This maybe took place about a year ago. I want to say a year ago, or a little bit over a year. But she killed him, and they found his body, like 3 states over. She wound up packing him up in a freaking suitcase, gang. Packing his body up in a suitcase, dismembered different parts and stuff, bro. And got me stuttering, bro. And packed his body up and took it to a whole nother state, bro. Um, and that's where they found his body at. I want to say they found his body in Florida somewhere. Um, yeah, I want to say they found his body in Florida somewhere, yo. Don't quote me on that, cause I might be wrong, but I want to say Florida. I think it was Florida, but this this was the most craziest case that I've ever watched, bro. Like the way, see, she's sitting here now with these motherfuckers, right? Playing it cool, like they best friends, and the detectives is doing their job because they trying to gain her trust. But now you came in at the right time, because this is when her story don't start to not make no sense to them. So basically, I'm gonna break it down for you again. She's the stepmom to her husband's son Gannon. He went missing. She told her husband, that somebody broke in and, kidnapped Gannon and all this stuff. Yada yada yada. You feel me? And the whole time she killed him, bro. And what's messed up is Gannon was in suitcases in the back of her truck. She went to go pick her husband up with his son in the back trunk of the truck. that she picked him up in, and she switched it out, got a rental, left the truck at the airport. This is nasty work. Nasty work. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna let you tune back in. I'm gonna let you tune back into it, bro, so you can finish, so you can finish watching it. But this Letitia Stout case is one of the most craziest cases that I've ever watched in my life. It's liar. What's up, gang? Um, you tapped in now, L. We watching this Letitia Stout case. She killed her 12-year-old stepson, chopped his body up, put it inside of a suitcase, and tried to bury it in a whole nother state, couple states away. Like I just told Alan, this joint about to take y'all on twists and turns, ups and downs. This gonna be a long case, and I need y'all to help me break this thing down. So y'all gotta pay attention. So make sure y'all paying attention. Y'all head is screwed on tight. And you know what I'm saying? Because this is gonna be a nice long case. It's gonna go on for like the next couple weeks, yo. Like yeah. We're gonna have to break this down to like 30 different parts. Like, yo. Because y'all gotta pay attention because this lady is vicious. Alright, Alan, go do your thing, bro. I see you when you get back. I'll be here. I'll be here for like another hour. Hours, a little over an hour probably. So I see you when you get back, gang. Alright, so I'm about to pop back on the situation, and we're gonna pick it up from there. So pay attention because this is when she start telling the story of what happened, of what went down. So pay attention to what she's saying now, because later on, it's gonna be something totally different. All right. So pay attention. This is the crazy lady right here. This is Letitia Stout right here with the nasty throw up green shirt on. And she got we got a new word, y'all. When somebody in the chat and y'all feel like they talking bull crap, you just type yada yada yada. That mean to me, y'all saying that this motherfucker capping. Cause that's what she be saying. So pay attention.
I should have called. What did he have? I should have called the hospital and just asked, I don't know enough about burns, but I should have called the hospital and just asked, like, I made a mistake. I did. I swear to y'all, I didn't know they were that bad. I did it all. So I feel horrible. So here I am. I know it's not, about me, but as a person, I was feeling horrible that I didn't call Albert to say.
Like this lady is good. Her acting skills is good. She should have got a Grammy for this.
And things like that. And I was like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna fix it. And all I kept thinking about was we're gonna fix it. And I don't know in my mind how I was gonna fix it. As far as he wasn't in pain. He wasn't saying like I'm hurting or anything like that. He was more of like peeling it, like like it was like almost like it was like a boy. Am I saying the right word? Boy.
Oscar for real.
So I'm gonna say like he was pulling a blister, So there was blood. So I'm like holding him, and I had blood on me. And when I say blood, let me explain to you. I don't mean like dripping out, pouring everywhere blood. So let me not like give you that thought process, because sometimes when I say like if I say flame, to me I'm like this is.
She's very animated, and she'll mess your head up if you let her. So pay attention.
So I was just so like freaked out. So I said, we'll just clean it up. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Where's the blood at? So the blood was on his arms, on his sheet that he had, which we washed the sheet. So it was on his sheet. It was on his arms. And he had some on, like his arm had, I guess, for, like, sleeping or whatever, he had some on the wall. So we cleaned up everything. I put, like, garnish, am I saying the right, garnish, like, the wrap thing. So I just put a little bit of wrap thing, and I was like, we'll check it with the aloe and see if it gets better. Because my next thing was, I'm gonna assess the situation in so many hours, and if it looks, because I
But
just
they like, well,
realized
why you ain't
that
call the
if it's
paramedics
a
if
yellow
your son
color,
got
then
burnt
it
up?
could be infected or whatever. And I was
And
like,
then, like,
that
what?
would be my next step. So I don't want you to think that I was
Or
like,
why you didn't take him to the hospital?
the fact that
So you realize that he's got a burn. You do some treatment that you think is appropriate at the time, and then you tell yourself, you know, I'm going to do this follow-up.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So then what happens after you take care of Gannon and make sure he's okay?
Honestly, I'm pacing the house, and I know there's 2 things I gotta fix, you know. And when I tell you that Albert will freak out over things, I just want you to know that. So, Emma, I want you to picture in my mind of how I'm like afraid to be like, okay, I gotta fix these situations, and I need to fix them fast with carpet and things like that.
You want us to believe that he
number
gonna
one,
flip
I was
out
like,
that
I
the
need to
house
fix
almost
that.
caught
I
on
need to
fire
fix
and
the
you had to
carpet,
fix a
and
little
2,
spot on the
I need to
carpet.
figure out,
Come on,
you know,
shorty.
like, assess, like I said, this game.
All he gonna care about is y'all safe or
Or
not.
whatever. Let's get dressed. We're gonna leave out. I think I told you guys it was like maybe 10:35 or whatever the time frame we left. So this is where I should have like made this mistake. So I drive to so Larson Ranch. At the end of Larson Ranch is a bunch of new builds, like construction, things like that. I drive to the new builds. I was gonna be like, hey, look, somebody here knows how to, you know, fix it. Because if I get online and start calling people, then they'll be like, make an appointment. I figure I might find somebody that, you know, would do like a little side job and come and help us fix when I say carpet, I'm talking about fix the living room, the spot that I had cut out or whatever.
No, for sure. He would have been worried about the whole family dealing with a fire.
There was some new houses being built, and there was some.
Oh shit! I gotta plug my phone up to the charger.
There were Hispanic people that were out there, and I was like, "Hey, do you know where you can get the carpet that is in the Larson Ranch model home?" So I told him the model home, which was the same home that we had. I mean, I don't know if it's the model home, but I gave him the name because I looked online for the company for the name. I said, "It's in there." He's like, "Everybody has that same carpet."
Does the screen look blurry?
A roll of a roll of the carpet.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
We got it from the guy on the scene. Like I say, not the scene, but like the construction area. So we got.
Brad, but the screen look. Do the screen look blurry
Well, I didn't
to you? Cause it looked blurry to me.
So I gave him the address. And this is where I messed up. I gave him, and this is why I couldn't.
Yeah,
tell
it's
you
not
this for an hour.
focusing.
I
Hold
gave
on.
him our code to get in, because he was gonna go fix it, and I just assumed working in. And me and Gannon left. I just said, hey,
Did you give him the garage door code?
Yeah.
And what about the alarm?
What about
Well,
now?
you go in through, so like you're walking in through our house, there's no sensor, so we always keep it on our alarm, and you can walk in through the garage and the alarm would never set off or off. Never. And the reason for that is like there's no door. Like, there's
Same.
nothing that tells that door that it's open. You can then.
So you don't have a sensor there.
Right. So we always, and the kids come in
Now?
every day in the garage and never have to like set, you know, reset, anything like that.
Okay.
So me and Gannon go on. I don't remember exactly where we went first. I know we rode a little bit because I was looking for different places.
All right, good.
Buy the dogs some like different cute outfits because sometimes I get them at Ross. But Petco has some really good deals going on right now. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Petco. Gannon was like, at that point, it was like he wanted to lay down because his stomach was hurting. He wasn't complaining about like any like pain on his arms or anything like that. He just said he wanted to lay down because his stomach was hurting. So we were in Albert's truck. So we lay down. I mean, he lays down in the back of the truck. So he
that's
just laid
good.
down, whatever. I went to Petco. I can't remember if I went in the store beside Petco. I know we went some places around town, just different
What
locations.
places did you go to?
I know I went to Petco. I know I went to a gas station to get gas.
Which Petco did you go to?
The one at, is it Nevada and something?
Okay.
I don't really
The newer
sure.
one with, like, that
It is
bigger
nice.
shopping
It's
center?
a nice area. That's the area I basically was in for. I wasn't gone that long for most of the time frame. That was the area that I was in, and then I made the wrong. When you're coming back and it tells you go this way, I made the wrong exit. Like I got on the wrong one, so I went back. I guess that would be I went back. I went north a little bit before I turned around to come back because I made the wrong one. So I get back and let's see, I can't. Did we go eat at that time?
I feel like I didn't get anything to eat. Maybe I just got Starbucks. I could look at my credit card or something like that and see. If you want to look and see where I fit that day. You want me to look?
No,
Okay.
And eventually, yes.
Okay.
That would be helpful.
Okay, so, I remember what happened. Then I realized I had to go back to Petco. That's why we turned around and came back. Because I started off, I bought 2 outfits, maybe 1 or 2, and then I came back in Petco, and I got the rest of the outfits that were on there, because I was like, I'll go 2 more for this price. So I did go back to Petco twice. So I'm sure you'll see that.
How long in between did you go?
Let's see, if we left at 10 something, it's like a 30-minute drive from Lorson Ranch-ish. So if I got there, got gas, got Starbucks, maybe I was there at 11-ish. I don't want to say time.
I'm saying, so you go to Petco the first time, and then how long in between the first visit and the second visit to Petco?
Can I give you that, like, looking up?
A guesstimate, or
Maybe an hour?
Yeah, she probably did.
Do you have like any tracker apps or anything on your phone? Because I know, like, for me, I have that Life 360, and it'll tell me. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It'll tell me, what my short trips are. It'll even tell me if I walked somewhere. It's freaking awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get tracked by Google. I have Android phone, so it just tells me.
My family likes to know where I'm at, so.
Well, I do that to Harley because Harley, was the only child, and then her father was killed. So it's always like she and I, and like she was like really all I had until I got remarried or whatever. So I kind of like do maybe a little overboard of stalking him. Like,
Hey, you know what? I
do that right now. I'm like, all right, let's see.
Do you have the one with the subscription? I'm like trying to figure out if I
No,
should get that or not.
I don't. She always says something about purchasing it. She said it would tell if
Like
you
the
like
crash detection.
Right, that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
And she was saying that it was kind of like how the Apple Watch would do if you had a crash detection. It would alert authorities. It'll say, okay, this is, I don't know if this is like a service thing, but it's on. I would say, I would say hour-ish, because I'm a very indecisive person when it comes to like shopping. So I had to go back and make my mind up. I can leave right here, but it's loading. I think, maybe.
Can I see it? Maybe it'll give me better reception over
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Do you have a password or something? I can put it in.
No, I put it in my finger.
Sometimes this corner, if you hold it up high, it'll. Because I know people watching, I don't want them to have my passcode in, and they'll know our code for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she don't want nobody to get that passcode
No. Oh, that corner is like typically this.
to be able to go through that phone for real.
We can
So
check
that's
that.
where they start not believing her. Like,
Just see if it
you was
keeps
being
going.
open and honest with us with everything, but
Okay,
when it
so
came to this
make
cell
a second
phone,
first,
you don't
go
want
back
us to
my
touch
more
that mother.
outfit. And then,
Facts.
where do you go from there? Is Gannon still telling you that he wants to like lay down? How's he doing?
Something happened. There you go. See, I told you this was a sweet corner. It says purchase could not be completed. I didn't purchase anything. It says purchase cannot be completed.
Huh.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never had that pop open before. The purchase could not be completed. Please try.
That mean you tried to make a purchase and it didn't
Well,
go through, idiot.
Tried.
I guess it says to access signal, so.
Your free membership includes 2. How long have you guys had that up? Oh, God. Since she started driving for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe a long time.
Because I want to say, like, I don't.
Yeah,
it's
she's
never
still on that
been
credit
able
card.
to-
It just says more history. It didn't even ask me to put anything. It just says the purchase could not be completed.
That's bizarre. That is bizarre. You didn't hit anything. I didn't hit anything. Okay. So you go back to Petco the second time. Does Gannon, these places that
Sorry,
you...
I was going to say, it says crash detection disabled. Does that mean I don't have the...
Yours looks different than mine does. And you don't have a subscription?
Mm-mm. Like it gives me, but it sends me all the alerts. Like it says like Carly arrived home.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get those too.
Yeah.
If you have certain places set, like
No,
work
I get them
or
with
home.
Yeah, well, I get the work at home, but it'll say completed a 4-mile drive, completed a 15
Oh,
mile.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get.
I think we might have different versions because mine is
Okay.
Android. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's neither here nor there. So when you and Gannon are out running around to these places and you know getting your gas and your coffee and
Right.
Petco a couple times, and does he go into the stores with you?
No,
or-
but I parked, and I know you're gonna see this, so I'm gonna just say that I parked on the front, and like I don't know if you'll probably if you see the Petco.
She trying to get them to make her believe her story by saying, I know you're gonna see this, and you probably did, didn't you? And she trying to get them to think like her. No, psychopath. You're a psycho.
All the time with like just like Lena's in the car, and he'll be like, "It's okay, stay here, buddy."
With
we'll be
that
right
throw
back."
up green shirt on and them nasty sweats.
He had his switch with him.
Nobody wear Hollister no
Did he know
more.
what store you were in?
Yeah, Petco.
So like if he needed you or
Right.
whatever else.
Right, but and I did keep walking to the door.
Sure.
Several times, and I'm pretty sure I did it on the second visit too, walking back to the door just to make sure. You know, like if he was like, oh, you know,
Sure.
if I need you or whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, you can see that on there. So when
Yeah, I'm woke now.
Get in there, or
So you're just in there shopping, and then
it wasn't even a long shop.
Okay.
Like it wasn't.
And then you come back out, and then where do you go?
So I know we were right in that area, like different places, but I don't think I stopped anywhere else specific to get anything other than Starbucks. I made a wrong turn, and then 2 times at Petco, and I was looking for Marshalls, but
After the second time at Petco, did you go anywhere?
I think after that Petco is when we started to head home.
Okay, so you go home.
And I want to give you like an accurate of that if I pull this up because I feel like right after Petco we went home. I don't
Sure.
want
If you want to try and bring it up.
Yeah, I don't want you to think that I missed a stop or something. And I will tell you, on the way there, we stopped at. We did stop and get gas somewhere.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was on the way there or way home.
Do you remember what station?
But we did stop
Michelle,
and get gas.
7-Eleven.
Here,
Come and go.
If you gotta go.
I hate to do this. Yeah, I need to run out. I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
Okay. It shouldn't take me very long, hopefully. But please continue talking with Detective Houston, and then whenever
Okay.
I get done with that, I'm gonna come back in and we'll get back on again. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull this up to you.
She had to leave out because she like this lying. Something don't make sense.
Sure. The USAF is being slow too. You can try that corner again. It might. This floor is a little weird. So, after you guys left Petco, so did you buy something there that time or?
The second time, yes.
Okay.
And I know she kept asking me about what was Gannon doing, what was he, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to say this about getting back.
Okay.
So everyone has been, about this whole thing about camera footage and this happened, like we didn't see this or didn't see this. So I'm very sorry.
What do you mean, everyone?
So, like, my whole family is being harassed. My mom is being threatened to be killed. My daughter.
Look how she keeps switching up the story. She go from.
It took me a while to get here because
They was talking about where she going, where she was going. How she get from that to
Okay.
my family members getting threats and stuff?
My family from back home is being threatened. People are saying they're sending people after them.
Okay.
All those things. So, there's always a world of.
Yeah, she
people
definitely about to go out there.
making,
And, she knows something ain't right.
Saying let's be a good person, but then threatening.
She like it's not making no sense to her. It's too many inconsistencies in her story.
What was going on. So in between all that and all these people were sending me like messages.
No, I don't think she was looking for sympathy. She was looking for people to be on her side. She one of them types of people that's like she right when she wrong type shit.
Never saw anyone do this or that
Like wait until I start playing the phone calls. And she like, well, why you don't worry about me? And her husband like, yo, what's crazy is the whole time we've been on this phone, or the whole time we've been in these interviews, not once did you say, did y'all get any information on Gannon?
Gannon and I run to the car at 10 something that morning, and we're returning at 2 something. Okay. So
think about it.
I remember specifically the truck. I pulled it right in front of the.
Not once in this interview yet has she said, do y'all got any updates on Gannon? Nothing.
All the way to the truck every day.
She want to talk about herself. This how like she's a psychopath.
We run in, we run out, he runs back in, whatever.
Okay. And then so you leave around 10 something, and then you get back around 2 something.
I feel like it was like 2:35, 2:25, 2 something. Okay. Because I knew I had to be back in time to do a couple things, and then I knew Lane would be coming there. I knew Harley would be getting off work. Yada yada yada. So,
yada.
So going on from there, Gannon goes inside. I think first. I don't want to misquote myself. I'm pretty sure he ran in first, and I had the bag for Petco and all that stuff in my hand. Now I don't.
Which door did you guys use?
We always go in through the garage.
All right, here it go. This when it start getting crazy.
Like on the front part of the yard, things like that. So we go in through the garage.
Okay.
He goes in through the garage. I go in. I'm getting ready to put up things, stuff like that. And this is where it got. I made a mistake. This is it.
Okay.
So as we got inside, I heard something, but I didn't think anything about it.
So,
I thought, maybe Gannon was like doing something. Maybe we were like doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was in there.
oh my God.
And I gave him the code.
The guy from the.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Because I gave him our code to fix the carpet.
Okay.
So, here go the dumps now.
He was inside. I noticed when I had walked in and I saw our we have a little bookshelf thingy. I keep my shapes in there too, but we also have our guns and stuff. I saw it was open, but in my mind I thought maybe I left my shapes or whatever.
Do you like sunglasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't think anything of it when I heard the noise, and I just started walking downstairs, but I didn't walk downstairs with a gun or anything like that. So I started walking downstairs, and then when I walked downstairs, I hear something again. Well, at that point in time, Gannon was on the sofa, and I saw him, and I heard something again, and I walked on around to where so Gannon's room is here, and then there's a storage closet here.
Okay.
And I heard something, and so I walked through the storage closet to open the storage closet. And when I do, it's him. And he was standing in there. He had on gloves.
In the storage closet?
Yes.
Okay.
He had one of the guns.
Oh my God.
So terrified. And then he just knocked me down and towards
She having the most unluckiest day in the world. She had a fire, from a fire to a robbery, from a robbery to a kidnapping, to a ransom now. This girl.
I from there on was in a blur because I was trying so hard because Gannon had a table in his room and I went back and hit my head on it. It's with him, Gannon runs inside the room and tries to be helpful, do something, whatever. And from there, it was kind of like a blur. Everything else that was going on, because I was just crying and I was freaking out. And I swear to God, I don't know what happened from there. I really don't know what had happened from there. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I'm just in the moment thinking.
No. What I'm saying is, she gave him access to fix the carpet, right? And from there, it turned into a robbery all of a sudden when she got home. Watch, listen to the story.
When Gannon was trying to get on him, I know he was moving Gannon.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was just all so a cycle to me. And so I'm out of it for a little bit, just for a little bit. And then from when the time I woke up, I say woke up, but I kind of blacked out a little bit, and I immediately freaked out. I was I couldn't find Gannon. I was the guy was still in the house. Lena was on the way. I didn't know where Gannon was at because I was calling for Gannon. I thought he was hiding Like, I legit thought he was hiding in, like, maybe the other closet that was on the other side, the other, you know, whatever. I thought he was hiding. Like, I was so scared. So I run up the stairs because I hear that, you know, I know it's like almost time for Lena, and I hear that the Ring app had like an alert for someone at the front door, but it could have been just like Amazon or something driving by because there was nobody at the front door. And then I run back downstairs because in my mind I was like thinking, where is Gannon? And I didn't want to leave and like run outside and scream and, you know, go crazy because I did not know where he was at the time. And everybody says to me, you know, like, because I told Albert and them about it, and they're like, why didn't you like run to go get help? And
Right, why didn't you call the police or
I
nothing?
was terrified because I know Albert would kill me because Gannon was still in there.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I get downstairs, he has the gun, and he has Gannon, and I'm sitting there like freaking out, like, okay, what are you gonna do? Blah, blah, blah. Lena does make it to the door at this time, and then so I go upstairs because I know that he was like, don't say anything, because I didn't know if someone thought like it was a cop or, you know, if someone heard something, or I didn't know anything. So my thought process was, if I say anything, Gannon's down here, you know, I need to just be as cool as possible at like, because we order things on Amazon like all the time, you know, books and things like that. So it was Lena. So the reason I sent Lena away was because I wanted her to be safe too. So I sent Lena on a mission to go get like the mail. Lena never gets the mail.
Why the hell you ain't tell Lena to call the cops? She wasn't in the house yet.
And so I just started making up random things for Lena to go do. And I looked at Lena and I said, and she was standing there, I was like, just stay gone for a little while. Because I didn't want her coming back and then
That don't make no sense.
Like, her in the situation as we were too. So like in my mind, I think if I say anything, if I do anything, I just didn't know what to do. I was in complete panic. So I go back downstairs again, and I'm like pleading and like talking and like all these things going on, like just back and forth with him. And why are you doing this? Why did you hurt us? Why are you doing these things? And then it just started being like a hustle and puzzle, like back and forth. And I don't even remember how it kept going for, you know, like maybe I say 5 or 10 minutes, but I don't know if it was that long. And then he was like on top of me again.
Oh my God.
And I kind of light out again because it just hit my head again. Really? And then and then I was on the table that was inside, like in between there's a red and blue table in there. Okay. He forced me in there again, and he was trying to do it again, and I was just like losing my mind, like completely, like Albert's sister was raped. And so like in my mind I kept thinking Albert's gonna be like I'm nothing, and I shouldn't have been thinking about that. I shouldn't have been, but I was, and that was all I could keep thinking about, you know, like
what
was like Albert was gonna be upset, Gannon's over here, Lena's coming, all these emotions are running through there. And then he was like, he asked me to give him a suitcase, and I gave him a
But none of this never happened though, Rabbit. What she explaining never happened. This never happened. She been killed Gannon by this time.
I blacked out again. I was having panic attacks.
Gannon was dead before they even left the house with the fake fire. She been bust him upside the head.
I did lie. I did. When they came, I did say, Gannon left, whatever, you know that. But he never did. He never left to go play. I just didn't know what to do, and I panicked at the moment. And I didn't want Albert to be like trying to hurt us, because we kind of get a lot of fights. Yeah. And I just want you to know that's the only reason that I made us a lie, is because I knew that I didn't want to face the consequences of, you know, trying to explain to him all that was going on. Because he was saying to me, you're trying to make this about you. You know, this
you are.
And I knew all those things because I've lived in it. I panicked, and I just told a story, and I was going to try to think of, like, you know, plan. I'm sorry that it might have delayed, you know, like, looking for Gannon, but I do not know where Gannon was. I do not know. I do not know his whereabouts from that point on. But it was still in the same time frame that I gave you guys. So there was no contradictory to that same time frame, because it still was about 4 o'clock.
Okay, so go over the time frame with me. What was the time frame?
It had to be around like 4.
Okay.
Ish, because Harley gets off at 4:30.
Okay.
And so Harley had just gotten home, or no, was on her way home or something, and my phone was like alerting. I knew Harley was on her way home, and I was gonna tell Harley when she got there. I was gonna be like, look, this is what happened. We need to get help. We need to call 911. And all I kept thinking about was, it's gonna be my fault because I gave him the code. He brought the carpet. He did all that.
Okay.
And I
Did he fix it?
no, I had already cut it.
Oh,
He
okay.
brought the big roll of carpet. It's at the house. He brought
Oh,
that.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Where's that at the house?
it's in the back storage room.
Okay. Is that the one that he was hiding in?
Huh?
Is that the storage room that he was in?
Yes.
Whenever you went down there?
Yes, I put the carpet back in the storage room. The reason I put the carpet back in there because it was laying like in the like. So the storage room was right here. It had fallen over at some point when all this was going on. So I picked it up and put it back, like on the thing. I rolled it up.
Oh.
It wasn't all the way rolled out, but it was like somewhat rolled out through the commotion, and I rolled it back up and put it on
Okay.
the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So the time frame is that 4 o'clock is whenever,
I don't want to tell you exactly 4. I don't like saying that because I
about
don't
4
want you-
o'clock was
Okay,
whenever, we can say about.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
So
Did
Lane-
Harley come home or?
yeah, Lane is still out and about. Harley's home, comes home or whatever. I'm pacing the house, like trying to think of a plan of like, what do I do? And I should have like immediately like gotten on the phone, did whatever. But all I kept thinking about was, it's all my fault. It's my fault because Albert's gonna say to me, you gave some stranger access to our home. You know, this is all on you. And in my mind, I thought I could fix it. Like in my mind, I thought I could fix this. And I don't know why I thought that. That was a horrible decision-making process. But it also was in a very emotional state that in normal situations, people can say all they want. I will call, I would do this, I would do this. But if you're not in the situation, everybody handles things differently.
Sure.
And I was making an irrational decision in a panic situation when I should have immediately, being an educator, being all these things, it should have been one of those things where it was immediate, know how to answer. And you might think, this girl's want to be a flight attendant. She's got to be able to think fast. It was not that easy in the moment because my mind was in so many directions that I could fix it.
Sure.
I literally thought I was going to fix it.
Sure.
And that was where it went from there. So I was going to tell Harley. I didn't tell Harley. I paced around the situation and was thinking, okay, if I don't have any kind of like information, like if I don't have a plan in my brain by a certain time, that's when I'm going to call authorities.
Okay.
And so that's how.
So you had like predetermined a time that you were gonna call if you hadn't figured anything
Well, I didn't
out?
come up with a specific time, but in my brain I kept saying, okay, I got to act soon. But I knew that, you know, I'm like thinking by 6:30, like I need to make a good decision because
Okay.
what am I going to tell the girls? Because they're going to be like, you know, like where's Gannon, da da da. Like because we were going to all go eat sushi, so that was where that time frame
Okay.
would have been like, what am I supposed to do? Go get in the car and be like, Gannon's not going with us. I couldn't keep going on and on with the irrational decision of not calling 911.
Okay.
And I had to stop the decision.
So what happened? So tell me what happened as it went on.
So I called 911.
Okay.
And they said, hey, sorry, you know, this is not an emergency. You have to call this other line.
Okay.
So I called the other line, and it was a 4-hour wait for them to get here.
Okay.
So 4 hours later, they came. I'm still in a panic set. I'm like, these people are, nothing I say is going to solve this situation. So I did say that Gannon was at this time. Again, I admitted it's a very rational decision because it could have been more helpful to be honest and say, this is the description, here's who he's looking for, instead of like the situation being like, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that was horrible. I shouldn't have done that because I panicked. And
Okay.
I made that decision.
Okay.
You know, and so from then on, that's when you guys came. They came through, asked me questions. They searched the house, every room, flashlights, you know, whatever. They went outside in the garage. They searched my car. blah, 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 blah.
Okay. And was Harley there at this time?
When they did the searches?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it took like 4 hours, so it was like later in the night that this had happened.
Okay. So when you say they searched your car, which car did they search?
Like the car, my car, like the black car.
The black car.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, so there was a deputy, there was like 6 or 7. And then one of those deputies that responded to the scene, he came around with a flashlight and he like searched like everything up and down every room, would ask me questions like, would this wallet be here? Would this be here? You know, like, would this be here? Would this be here?
Sure, trying to figure out what's normal, what's not normal.
And I put everything back in order. Like,
Okay.
like I told you I moved the carpet, you know, I fixed the situation because I was being stupid. And I should have told them what had really happened.
Okay.
And so he went through everything. He went through the outside. He went through the car. He went through the trunk. He went through everything.
Like he actually got into the car?
He wanted my ID,
Okay.
and he asked me. He said, "Do you mind if I look around?" He
Sure.
looked in the garage. He opened my car. In fact, he left my car to open because the next morning the back door was open.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he went in the car doors. I mean, I'm sure you guys have a record of who was in there. But he opened the car, opened up the trunk. He looked through the bags that were in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
He looked through everything in the garage, it's the bags, whatever over here. Came back in. He did the same thing, and you know, like in different parts.
So he's trying to be like really thorough.
Yeah, like trying to be really, really thorough. He was going through every part of the house.
Okay.
And he asked me if there was anything missing, and it was the truth. There was nothing missing because I did take the gun that he had. I did put the gun back.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. So, was there anything else that happened on Monday? Like, did you talk to Harley about it, or
About-
Amina?
about what I told you?
Mhm.
No, I told them the first situation.
Like what you told our dispatcher?
Right.
That, and that was that Gannon went to go play at a friend's house.
Right.
And do you remember the friend's house name? Or?
I never gave anyone a name or anything at all. And also too, like, I didn't want to leave out any key points or whatever.
Sure.
I had my headphones on because when I was like upstairs when it all started, I had my headphones on, so my headphones were still on through the whole scene. So that's why if you ask me like where, like, did you
Yes,
hear any noise?
hell
Did you
yeah.
hear anyone leaving?
Missing
Just
child
the
is
alarm go back
definitely
on.
a
I had my
emergency.
I had my headphones still on. They were still on my head.
When you came inside the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like I had my headphones still on when I came inside the house. Like not coming in the house with them, but like in the house. When I went downstairs, I still had my headphones on.
Okay.
Yeah, like I did like this.
Sorry. Okay. So help me understand.
Yeah.
So when you came into the house, you didn't have them on, but then you had them on when you went downstairs.
Yeah, because I came in doing like a normal. I would get ready to listen to music. I was gonna work out thing.
Oh, okay.
So I like you know how you like move them back and forth.
What kind do you have?
Like I have Beats audio.
Like the ones that go over, or
Yeah.
like they come in?
Yeah, the ones that like
Okay.
like they kind of like smash your head in or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The
I
big-
always have to.
Like
Yeah, I always have
muffins
to
on
like.
your head.
Always have to like move them. You know, like back and forth and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing, like moving them when I was like, do I hear something? You know,
Okay.
because it's kind of like I heard something, but I wasn't sure that I heard something at all. And that's when I started going upstairs.
Okay. And are they like noise canceling or anything like that, or ambient sound, or do they just do like play regular music?
I mean, I think it would be noise cancel, right? Because that would be
I don't know. I think you can get them either way.
that would be Beats. I'm not sure.
I think you can get them either way. So I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, I don't know. We have 2 different pairs, and the one like we have 2 different, and I know one of them is like the push, you know, like pushing kind or whatever, and the other one doesn't push in as much, and I have the ones that like push a little bit. So
Okay.
that
So
might
you
be.
have 2 different pairs.
No, Albert, I'm saying like we have 2
As a family.
Yeah.
Okay. So which ones were you wearing?
Mine.
Okay. Which color are those?
I feel like they're like a rose gold or maybe like a matte gold or
Okay. And what color are Albert's?
black and red, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. We just want to make sure
Yeah.
that, you know, like if we see them or whatever again, then we know which ones are yours
Yeah,
and which
yeah,
ones are his. So that it's like, you know, if you said that that your head got hit and stuff like that, and we'll go back to that
Right.
a little bit, but maybe if he like touched them or something like that, then we can we want to make sure that we get the right ones,
Right,
right?
right, right.
Okay. So was there anything else that happened Monday, like after the deputies left or anything like that?
No, so I went out to my car that morning because I knew that Albert was going to fly in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so a normal, like routine, you know, like I got up, whatever. I got in my car and I realized that the guy had left the back door open. And then so I was like, oh, my car might not crank. And I, drive out and I drive down the street because I was going to drive my car, blah, 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 to pick it up. And I decided to come back because it's too early. His flight wasn't coming in until 8:53.
Okay.
And I was going to, honestly, just drive. I had to think in my brain, I was like, this is the best thing. But I didn't. I just drove down the street, came back.
And that was in your black car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you ended up picking him up later?
Yeah.
And you took your black car to do that?
No. Yes. So what happened is I took my black car, but I sent him a message earlier, and I said, hey, is it okay if we get a rental car?
Okay.
And he said, yes. I have a leased vehicle, so you can only put 1,000 miles on it. And I'm pretty anal about, I don't want to go over and that type of thing.
Okay.
So his car is very expensive on gas. So I was going to get I did get a little economy car, and I knew we'd be driving around everywhere.
Yeah, she done made herself believe her own bull crap.
I'm going to be blamed because I gave someone our code and our home, and so I was like, I know we're going to drive everywhere all day, so I was like, I'm going to get a rental car.
Okay.
So I did, and so I got my rental car, and I left my black car at the airport.
You left it at the airport?
Right, because I had to have a way to, I didn't walk, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Albert asked me where my car was at, and I told him it was at French. The reason I told him that is because Albert and I get in a lot of fusses about this whole working and changing career thing that you guys, I told you about in the beginning. And that was a personal situation that I didn't want to fuss with him about, the working and changing, you're going to give up your career for this, and this. So I just said, he knew I had just worked at French, so he knew that. So I said, it was at French, one of my friends told me. That's what I told him.
Okay.
So that's why he thought it was at French, but it was my way of, so he thought that he knew I had to go get my stuff from French because I stopped working there. And that's kind of, I wanted it to go with the story because I wasn't ready yet to tell him I wasn't returning at all to education. It just wasn't.
Okay, so he doesn't know that yet.
Well, he knows that I'm gonna be a flight attendant, and oh, never mind, I can't do it because I've been back and forth. You're gonna go from making I made $60,000 to, I think they make $18 to $20 an hour, but you can only do so many things, like reserve shifts, you got my crash pads. So I'm back and forth on something I really want to do and the money. So I went back and forth with him on that, and that was just one of those things where I just wasn't prepared to be like, oh, you're going to be a teacher again. Oh, you're going to do this again. Oh, you're back at school again. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
So you're back at subbing again. So
you drove to the airport in your black car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time did you do that?
His flight landed at 8:50 something. So I got there in time to park my car, and then I walked up to the thing, and he was coming down the escalator,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go over to budget, and I, get the rental car. He's sitting on the little corner over here, waiting on his bags. And we walk out, we get the car, we leave.
Okay. And so, where did you park your car at the airport? Do you remember?
In the short-term parking, maybe about middle way.
Okay.
It's a long, the short-term is there. It goes from, you got the rental cars, the section here, section, so it was the farther section than maybe over here.
Okay. Okay. And then, but you're in your black car this morning.
Right.
Okay.
Because I had to turn the rental car back in.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So you picked your car up this morning?
No. So I took the rental car back last night because I didn't know what time situation, he's upset with me for not telling you guys first, so that, it could have been a quicker search or whatever the case may be. So I didn't know, I thought we were going to have to stay, at a hotel or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I parked my car. My Harley picked me up because I was going to get a room at a hotel.
Okay.
And so I thought you guys knew that because it was sheriff's there this morning, so.
Well, people are working different pieces,
Yeah.
and so I just want to make sure that while we're talking that I have all of the information,
Right.
So if I ask you something that you feel like has already been covered before, I'm not trying to be a brat or anything like that. I just want to make sure we have everything. We're all on the same
Right.
page with everything.
Right.
Okay. So you drove the rental car back last night, early this morning.
No, it was last night. It wasn't that. It wasn't that late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Harley picked you up, and you left your car at the airport still?
No. Okay, so I drove the rental car back, got in my car,
Okay.
left.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't have anywhere to go because they're fussing at me and people are not, everything's going on and searches and things like that. So I didn't really have anywhere to go, and some of my stuff was at home, so I didn't have a car to get gas. I didn't have anything like that. So I was basically like just, like going somewhere parking, like trying to stay warm because it got a little bit cold or whatever.
Sure.
So finally gave in. I was like, Albert, look, and he was like, I need you to tell me the truth. And that's when I started messaging her that, hey, Wood, I'm gonna come home and I'm sorry. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It's all my fault because I should have let everyone know that I gave someone a code and I tried to replace the carpet. So at that point, I leave my car at the hotel, which was near Harley's work.
Okay.
And Albert was like, you guys coming? And I said, yes. We're on our way. I leave my car at the hotel the entire night and leaving Harley's car. We stay home tonight, last night, and then I come back with Harley when she came to work this morning, and I walk over to the hotel.
Okay. So had you gone and gotten a hotel room and then changed your mind and decided to stay home, or you just parked your car?
No, I parked my car because I was going to get a hotel. And
Okay.
My thought process was if we got in Harley's car and went home, and I didn't want people like his ex-wife is there, I didn't want people like, no domestic type situations like going on,
Okay.
with me, myself, against, like her family and that type of thing. So my plan was we'll just come back here and stay at the hotel if we have to.
Sure.
So that was the whole point of me leaving my car there.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember which hotel it was?
Yes, it's the IHG, the Holiday Inn that was right there.
Holiday Inn?
Yeah, and again, that's where the police were at all morning when my car was at.
We were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been something separate, but I just assumed because when I got in my car to pick it up, I was just like,
work
at the one at Center Point.
Center Point, so over by like the movie theater and stuff like that. Okay. And it was sheriff's cars or CSPD cars?
Like El Paso, whatever, white and maybe green, white and something.
Okay.
I just assumed they were there because I was in my car with it, but I parked it there because we only drove one car in case we came back. We had to stay at the hotel, so.
Okay.
But yeah, it was parked there.
Okay.
And then I picked it back up this morning, so.
Picked it back up this morning?
Yeah.
And then you came here, or did you go anywhere first?
No, I was just driving around because I was on the phone trying to figure out situations for, like, my mom was getting, like I told you, was getting all those messages. So I wanted to, like, talk to them because they were freaking out and I hadn't been able to talk to them in the last 24 hours. So at that point, my mom was like really worried that I hadn't told her why are these people, sending her death threats, and so at that point in time I had to make that decision to focus on making sure my mom knew, like, hey, listen, don't respond to, anything people say, and that type of thing.
So I did have one question. I know, like, and it was probably really frustrating. I know your husband was upset and stuff like that too. Like we took a long time to get out there for, I guess we were under the impression that it was a runaway or whatever.
Right.
So it took longer
to you guys. But in the meantime, like when we did get out there was like all these people out in the neighborhood and like stuff going on in Facebook and stuff like that. How did that happen? Like,
Albert had someone else start talking on Facebook.
Okay.
One of the kids' moms.
Okay.
So she like initiated something on Facebook, and then of course all the people comment on it.
Okay.
Because the community page is a quite active page for it.
I didn't know if you had posted something or if Albert.
Not originally. He had the little Cambria
Okay.
to post an original post initially, and then.
Okay. Is that like a friend of your guys's or?
That's one of the kids, Braden's mom.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
like use the restroom really fast?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't get to eat all this. So I have to like be like, is it,
No, we're coming back. We're
okay,
gonna
I was
come
gonna
back
say,
in
was
here.
it like a long-term process or something like that?
No, you can just leave everything wherever it is, and we don't have to like clean up anything or anything like that. And I'll just show you where the restroom is.
Okay.
Do you want to leave that here or
Leave what?
your hot pocket?
Oh.
You don't want to take it to the bathroom, right?
Oh yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Put my face down.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
She was gonna take everything with her. She ready to go.
I know.
She about to start losing her mind.
Job. If he loses his job, I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It wouldn't work out that well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not gonna do that because Albert will lose his job. Okay. Alright, love you too. Bye. Sorry, I didn't know you were on the phone. It's okay. Okay, you know, a little caffeine. Okay. So I just want to back up with you. We kind of have like a good overview of everything, but so we can start really narrowing down to try and find Gannon and everything else like that. I just want to try and get some more specific stuff on everything.
Yeah.
So I just write some stuff down. Okay. So, so going back to the, just a little bit to the fire part, you said that Gannon had some stuff on his arms. What part of his arms was that?
I don't remember, like the inner area.
Can you point to like wherever
Like
it was?
in this, like in the inner area like this.
Okay, so like right here?
Yeah, but like the burns were like not like you're thinking like round burns. It was more of like not like burns that are like this. Right here.
Mhm.
It was more of not necessarily burns, but like a little bit of like skin, like it was like skin peeling, like in lots.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so that was like on his left arm, his right arm?
It was on both arms because remember when I came in, I took the covers and like basically like got on top of both of like on him and the fire.
Oh.
Like not like him pushing him on the fire, but like you know like I was just trying to get the fire out
Okay.
and he was like hanging off the side of off the side of the sofa.
And he was still asleep?
No, he was like saying my name, like
Oh.
like he was alert like what's going on because he had just like woken up.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was not having a full conversation with me, but as in just like calling my name, and he's like, I'm so sorry, he kept saying he was sorry, he didn't mean to do it, Daddy's been grounding me for a year, so it was him thinking, oh my gosh, shoot, like kind of like waking up being like, oh shit, I just made a mistake, like we would say in the mind of a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying
Mhm.
that for me. Okay. So the next day, you go to, like, you're trying to figure out how to get this carpet fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you had already, you cut the carpet?
I cut the carpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you use to cut the carpet?
I had Albert has like these tools that are like wood working tools, like chisels and I don't know the specific name of the ones, but they're like a little saw things. And I just like took the carpet and did like this.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I didn't necessarily saw it, but I just kind of was like, they're very sharp tools. He has a lot of woodworking tools and stuff in the garage, so I just took one of those things. It's got like a handle.
What color? You know, like you used?
Because I tried with the box cutter,
Uh-huh.
but I couldn't, like it wasn't. Like,
Facts, a burn is a burn, right?
Or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I tried a couple times with the box cutter. I feel like it kind of like started the process, but then I had to get like a stronger object or whatever
Okay.
to do it.
Okay, sure. So you cut the carpet,
Mhm.
and then you guys are gonna go try to figure out how to like get this fixed or whatever else. So you said that you went over to like where some new construction is.
Mhm.
Do you remember? Can you tell me more about that?
I'm not familiar with the area. I mean, I could, if you want me to drive you there, and like, or whatever. I don't know, like, to give you street names if that's what you're asking.
That's fine. But can you just describe it for me a little bit better?
Okay, so like the school, there's the school in the back, and so there's a bunch of new builds
Okay.
that are in the area right near the school.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember, like, when you went to the new builds and stuff like that, was it, like, the first house in, or, like, 12 houses in, or
Yeah,
how far in did you have to
There
go?
was a couple, but I'd rather just go show you, because you're going to quote me on me telling you an estimate of the number, so I can give you an accurate description of which house it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now, let's go with what you kind of remember. Like, do you remember, did you have to drive far in there, or just a short distance?
I don't know what you mean by, like, far in there.
Like, into where the new builds are.
So they're all, like, you just go around, it's just like in loops.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're asking.
Okay.
How far.
Sure.
I mean, I can show you. I just don't know your terms of distance that you're asking me. Like,
Okay. Well, I guess, like, so you're saying that they're, like, in a loop or whatever?
no, the whole area is in, like, there's loops, there's streets, there's,
Okay.
like, different sections of the new build.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's, like, I can show you, because you're going to quote me on me giving you hand motions and things like that, and that's not fair to me being on a conversation. That's just not fair.
Okay.
And I'm sure if I had an attorney there, he would say, we're going to go show instead of just
Okay.
giving you something that would be an estimate.
So you went to the new build,
Mm-hmm.
and you found this guy and asked him about
Yeah, his name was Eduardo.
Eduardo?
He said, or Eduardo, I don't know how to say his name.
Eduardo is crazy.
Eduardo.
Okay.
Something like maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I heard Eduardo.
With like a G?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
but it might be a J if it's Spanish. I'm not sure how they
Okay.
do it, but I'm not Spanish, but Eduardo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he said he told you that was his name?
Yeah, he said Eduardo.
Okay.
And so maybe about like 5'8", really skinny. He had on a tool belt. Had on like a sweater vest, like a cold weather vest. I think it was red. I don't really remember exactly, but he did have blue jeans on, and he had on the combat boots. or
Yep,
whatever.
she
I'm
is.
assuming in my mind that this was just this was somebody who was he looked like he was like a legit worker. There was people, like on the houses. There was people working in different areas, so I didn't think it was any.
Sure.
That he was a legit, not necessarily a contractor, but someone that was going to be able to.
Someone knowledgeable to be able to
Yeah.
help you out.
Right. And I didn't explain to him what had happened. Like, I didn't say, okay, this happened. I said, we need a piece of carpet. Do you have the carpet that for this model of home?
Okay. And what did he say?
He said yes, and I was like, do you have the carpet? And I gave him like a hand reference of like the size that I would need, and he said yes. We have room for that. They had I don't know if he said they had all of them have the same, and these model homes or the same color. He was saying something along. I don't really know the definition of that, but some certain homes have the same exact thing and everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, might have the same floor in one, the same, because a lot of the homes are the same every 5 houses or whatever.
Right.
He
So
was
like they
saying-
have like 3 or 4 houses that they build over and over and over again.
Right, right.
Okay. And they put the same finishings in them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was my assumption that I had taken from that.
Okay. And so he said that they had it, and then what happened next as far as like him having it?
So
Do you need to get that?
no. It was I just always check and make sure it's not a garter.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to wear your mom. So he said he was going to bring the carpet and fix it, and I gave him the code to get into the garage.
Okay. And you had mentioned that you thought maybe you would find somebody that would want to do like a side job or whatever else.
Right.
How much did he say he was going to charge you for doing this and for the carpet and stuff like
Right.
that?
So we never had made that that conversation. I just said, hey, and I'll give you a small donation.
So what I did was I said, okay, I think my ex-husband, Harley's dad, he used to like work in sheetrock and stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking little jobs like this back home would have been like $10 an hour. Here, it's probably a little more, like 15, $15, $20 an hour, whatever. And I said, I'll give you a small donation. You didn't ask me earlier about the part, so sorry if we left that out. Okay. And I said, I'll give you a small donation, and then in my mind, the donation was going to be $50. So that's exactly, I had cash, and that's exactly what I had was the $50, like on the counter, and I explained that to him, that it would be on the counter, thank you for, doing it, make sure the garage is closed. And like I said, you didn't ask me all that, but I did go through a conversation. I just didn't keep bringing the carpet. Here's the
Sure, and that's why we
I
go
didn't want
back.
you to think that, because
that's why we do
not
this.
what happened. I went through the process of make sure you close the garage back, we have a security system, I told him we had
Facts.
cameras. I
She changed his name. When she changed his name, it's crazy, right?
Let him know that this is the steps and, the processes and stuff like that with all of it.
Okay, so let's talk about that conversation a little bit, just because we didn't, and that's why we go back and get more information and everything else like that. So he says he has the carpet, and then did you ask him like, okay, can I just have the carpet, or did you ask him like, can you fix it for me, or did he volunteer to fix it for you?
What do you mean just have it?
Like, did you ask him if he would just give you the carpet, or like?
I was going to be like a package deal, I was assuming, because it's just like, I wasn't asking for like the carpet for the size room. I gave him like the size. So in my mind is he's bringing a scrap like rolls or scraps or whatever. That's already some extra from the job.
Okay, so you didn't ask him to just like bring you carpet so you could fix it. You asked him to come and fix it for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I had in my mind to fix it. But then I was like, you have to measure, and then like, because I changed tools, like one side was going to be like this length, so if you cut it different on that side, and it just was a little out of my thought process of that I could do.
Okay, yeah. Have you, like, if you've never done carpet before, I would imagine that like trying to patch something would be kind of hard, especially if you had to use different stuff to cut it. Okay. Okay. So he agrees to come to your house to fix it. So you give him the address.
Yes. I went through the whole spiel of here's where it's at, like here's money, how much we do back home. I mean, it was probably like a good 2-3 minute conversation of the specifics that needed to be done. And I did that out of panic because I needed to get it fixed. I didn't want to put it on Craigslist because people say call me or this and they upcharge and we need to replace the whole section and things like that.
And did he tell you like what he would charge you, or did you just say this is how much I'm willing to pay?
No, I just immediately said that I was going to give a donation, like in the terms of like I didn't really have a lot to give you, but can you like hook me up? But I kind of was like, can you like hook me up like that? Being more of like a please do this for me, I really need it type. I don't have a lot of money.
Like a favor?
Yeah, I mean, because if he's on the job working and he makes so much an hour and can make an extra $50 that day, that was 150 might turn into 200.
Gotcha.
So in my mind of thinking of doing that was back to the times that Harley's dad would do the same thing. He would be like, don't go pay a subcontractor. Just go get someone who wants to work after hours, or whatever. And so that was my thought process. That'd be cheaper, faster. Someone will come do it right away. And then we don't have a situation.
Okay. So, what did you tell him as far as like how to get into the house and stuff like that?
What do you mean how to get? I just gave him the garage code.
Okay.
And I explained where the carpet needed to be replaced.
Okay.
There's no like when you enter the home, there's no like specifics. You just upstairs, downstairs. That's it.
Okay. So you told him it was downstairs and kind of the area that it was in, or
you walk downstairs, you would have saw it.
Okay.
Like, it wouldn't have been like you needed to go search for it. I mean, that's common sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't
I'm not saying you common sense. I'm saying to the person that's common sense, like, oh, there's carpet, Because, see, I had took the rug right here, when I showed the police when they came, I had took the rug and put, like, a piece of carpet that was on it. But the problem with the piece of carpet that was on it was, that was a piece of carpet that was from the outside.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we walk on it. And
it was like a little extra piece.
Right. And I mean, sure, they could have, used the same carpet, but I needed a carpet to fit a specific size, so we
Right,
had
right.
extra carpet, then why not go ahead and fix the whole thing, you know? And we could have a little extra roll for, hopefully if there's ever any emergencies or anything like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought that there would have been some somewhere. Like,
In your house?
right.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, sometimes, you know, like, I knew, like, when we had our home, we told it, we left our, square, what are they called, the hardwood floors? We left, like, maybe, like, 10 little sheets and things like that. So, like, I thought, you know, but in my mind, like, okay, no, I'm just going to go. I hadn't seen anything, so I had to, you know,
Go find
go
it.
find it, yeah.
Okay.
And you act so much differently when you're trying to be impulsive and hurry up and get it done, quick decision, when I probably could have just been like, hey, you know, let's look at something that we have, maybe in the back corner, we could have cut a piece out or something like that, but I didn't want to go messing up another lady's house.
An old lady's house.
Another lady's house. Like, it's her house. Like, the renter, like, the owner, we rent from them.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
rent.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you guys owned.
No,
My
no.
bad. My bad. Okay. So, so you left, so you went there, you said that he was about 5'8".
Yeah.
Okay. What color hair did he
I
have?
say 5, because my husband's 6 foot, just a little bit shorter, skinny, dark hair like mine. You might think I'm Hispanic, so, like, I'm really brown in the summer, but
I
he
have
wasn't.
brown hair too, so
Okay,
it doesn't mean that you're Hispanic.
I know, but people always think that. So, skin complexion was a lot darker than mine.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if you want me to give you like a before skin complexion thing, but I would say like middle to tannish
Okay.
color.
Yeah, she gotta be.
And
But the
was
thing
his
about
hair,
answering
like,
so
a
quick
texture
and
to it?
not
Was it
thinking
straight?
before
Was
you
it
talk
curly?
He
is
had a thing on his head, so it was like a.
you don't know when you can't keep up with your lie.
And it was just, I can't tell you like a hairstyle because he had like a little brown like strap.
And you
around
just
it,
start
so
blurting out anything.
Like almost like jet black hair.
Start making up
wasn't
start
like
making no
long.
sense,
Okay.
or you start going into for too
And
long, or
then,
you start talking about something totally different that ain't got. Yeah, it. That's the thing about thinking. Before you got to think before you talking. By her having quick responses,
Chubbier than
she
mine.
just start talking about some that ain't got nothing to do with
More
what they
rounded.
talking about, and that's what get her mixed up.
Was there anything about his face that like stands out that would help us be able to find him? Like that would you be able to be like, that's the guy right there? Like, did he have?
Well, I would notice there was like,
or-
I'm bad saying, but like maybe like a little bit of, is it craters or like the little holes? I don't say holes. You know, like you know how you can see some people and it's got like a little like holy like skin from the acne.
like acne?
Yeah, like scars.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good stuff.
Yeah,
So don't feel
like,
bad about telling
so like
us.
acne, like scars were kind of like present just a little bit there.
Okay.
And not bad though, not like, you know, super bad, but it could have been like even more like wrinkles or like whatever. But it's just a little section of like right here, but you can tell it was just like from old like age or whatever.
Okay.
Or maybe even from dryness. I don't know. I wasn't giving him a skin consultation, but I do remember there was like little spots here.
Okay. Did he have any facial hair?
Yes. He had a mustache that went right here, like around in this area, and that was completely it.
Okay.
It went like this here. Like the...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you this because I don't know how to say the wording.
Okay. Just a mustache.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said his hair was like jet black.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember could you tell approximately how long it was?
For his hair?
Like, was it long, short?
Yeah, I just told you that. I just said it wasn't long. It was, the belt like barely fit around it and like flat, like, you know, like little flat pieces here.
Mm-hmm.
So, not bald, but not long. Nothing was hanging on the shoulders or anything like that.
But it wasn't like a military cut or anything like that?
Yeah, no. Not a military cut or anything at all.
Okay. So kind of like medium length.
Mhm.
Okay. And then, how old do you think he was?
I would say easily late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
And based upon me thinking that too, about the facial structure. You know how you look at some people's skin and the lacticity or whatever it is different. So like those little, you could tell that had been there for a while.
Okay.
Almost like it was like I don't say a sunburn, but almost like you could tell something had been. That's the very unique feature I just wanted you to have because that wasn't something that, you know, like, hey, did the person have lipstick? This was you know, on their face that would be permanent.
Sure. Do you remember seeing any tattoos or any other like
No,
large
I didn't remember.
scars?
I just remember the vest. I didn't see any tattoos. He had a shirt under the vest. I don't shirt or jacket.
Okay.
I mean, like I say under the vest, but like you know how you have the vest over and people wear the shirt. Yeah, that's like a Colorado thing. So kind of.
What color was the jacket? Do you remember? Or
I
the
just
shirt?
remember the red part because remember I told you that I was like I think it's red, but I was talking about this top layer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That the vest was red.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know if you remembered what color the shirt was that was underneath.
No, I
or if
don't.
you- Okay.
I don't.
And then you said he had boots on.
Yeah, he had on like the Rocky boots or like the construction boots that
Okay.
everybody wears.
Do you remember what color they were?
Yeah, they were that light pink or like a sand.
Okay.
And he had, remember I told you he had the belt thing. I don't know, everybody has a belt, but I just.
You said it was a tool belt?
Yeah, it was like a strap thing that had a pocket. A hang.
Okay.
And remember I told you that it was jeans. But I don't remember like a specific color. It was just, oh yeah, you know, you see somebody, you're like, oh, person in a black shirt, person, whatever. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, but the face did stick out, and I wish I was good at drawing because I'd want you to notice that or whatever. And it was like more rounded, kind of like craters type thing.
Sure. And then, so, and you went through the fact that, so you guys
Yo,
went
she
there
really
with the
sent
Petco?
these people on a wild goose
Well, we already
chase.
talked about it, so if I got gas beforehand or not, but I told you guys I would be more than willing to give you the information from an exact travel for the route, but we immediately left the Morrison Ranch area of the route.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was, you had said you were going to leave him the cash on the bar. Did you go back and put that there, or were you going to, like, or had you left that there whenever
Real
you
right.
left?
No, so we have...
She had them running around
I
chasing
always
their
have,
tail
like,
for a
everything
minute
that
until
was
they
in
got
the-
smart. Like, hold up.
notes and
This
everything like
don't
that
make
was
no
in the drawer
sense.
that sits on this side of the kitchen or whatever.
Okay.
I had cash put in there because I had gotten cash in the lottery. So I had got cash back from the lottery, and I had already laid it out on the counter. My mindset was the reason I already laid it out on the counter was not because I had it predetermined I was going to leave it out for a specific person. I already had it laid out on the counter because I was going to give that money to Harley until because Harley has been paying on the dog because Chance, we finance him.
Okay.
Like, I say finance him, but she's paying him back, whatever. And we always give her a portion of Chance and a portion of her car payment. So I was going to give that back to her anyway.
Okay.
And so in that moment, I don't even remember when I came in that I checked to see that the whole I left her $100, but
Okay.
I didn't check in the moment if that $100, like when I walked in, I didn't say, hey, there was only 20 there. And my mind wasn't thinking about, like it was gone. So I thought, okay. But in my conversation with him, here's how much you want to do, donation, blah, blah, blah. So when I come in, I didn't think to go look to see if he left the remainder of the $100. Like, that just wasn't in my mindset,
But it was already in there on the counter whenever you had left.
right, and that was just because when Harley got in, I was going to tell her that was usually, like, I Zilly her money, or, like, whatever we pay.
You what?
Zilly.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, everyone has Zilly, like, so it's kind of like Apple Pay or whatever.
Okay.
But they usually, like, I Zilly her money or things like that. But Albert knows this. I haven't had my USAA credit card in such a while, so I didn't have a way to go get it or whatever. So I had lottery ticket money.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll just use the lottery ticket money that I've been stashing to go buy new lottery tickets.
Okay. And do you remember, was that, like, when you put it out there, was it like 20s?
Yeah, so it's always tens, and the reason it's always tens is because I tell myself I'm not playing anything like above the 10 amount.
Okay.
And I go to the Safeway all the time and put it in that machine. So if you
Okay.
put more than $10 in that machine, they're going to keep it. You have to.
Oh, okay.
You have to ask, like, I put a 20 in there. You got to spend 20 in lottery ticket.
Okay. So you had $10 or $100 in $10 bills
Yes.
on the counter when you left?
Yes.
Okay. So you weren't worried, you didn't have to go back to, like, put that back out for him before you went out?
Yeah, no, and I didn't intentionally, like, leave it out and say, whatever. In my mind when I left, because I didn't know, like, hey, what time. I didn't have a specific time. I knew I needed to be back before Lena, but usually Harley gets off at 3:15, so I was assuming she might meet me back home.
Okay.
But she worked. Remember I told you, like, they were having people having to take shifts and all that. So she ended up working till later in the day.
Sure. Okay.
and then you come home. Let's talk about what happens when you come home, okay? And I know that that it can be difficult to talk about.
And I did want to talk about that part without. I'm one of those people that tries to like not think that mental health is always an issue or like things like that. And in my mind, I was afraid of the whole like, oh, it's causes mental health problems, like that type of thing. So, so talking about it, I'm trying to like, don't think if I'm like emotions, I'm trying to be the blocker to think that I'm not going to let that be a stigma that I'm going to have mental health problems because of this. So that's.
No, and what I was going to say is because, I've been a special victims unit.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
I've had to
Because it's made up.
types of assault.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Stop saying anything about
her
her being comfortable with somebody being in her house alone. It's made up, Rabbit. Come on, you know that. It was nobody never there but her.
That's what I've experienced with, and that it can be a hard thing to talk about, and that I understand that. And that it can be kind of a sensitive subject, and like people don't always want to say specifics, but for us, like, to be able to document everything and to be able to really pursue it, we have to get into the specifics. And
I know what you said, but every time you say like something pertaining to her story, knowing that it's made up, I be like, come on, man. You know better.
Okay?
It was made up. Now now look at her. Look at her now. Yo, she got an Oscar when she went to jail. This is crazy how she really acting like this. He raped me. Yo.
Do I have to talk about that? I don't want you to like mess it. Like, I don't want to be dreaming anymore. I'm sorry, you don't want what? Dreaming. I don't want to dream anymore about it. Because I keep saying it. And like in my mind, I keep saying it. And I'm trying to block it. And I'm fighting a battle, blocking out exactly everything, Sure. Well, so if you would just ask, like, and I can say yes, remember. I just don't want to be like really specific in terms of, are you talking about like, you're going to ask me questions about like, so what I'd like you to do is start by telling me what you remember hearing whenever you came in that day. And then, and as you walk me through it, I'll have to ask you some questions, okay? Yeah. Okay. So you, and correct me if I get anything wrong, okay? You had said earlier that whenever you came in, that you thought maybe that Gannon had come into the house first.
I'm almost positive he went into the house first because I had to get the bags that we had purchased.
Okay.
The Petco bags.
Sure. And you guys came in through the garage, correct?
I want to say the garage. I'm like 80% that it was the garage because we parked on the front with Albert's truck.
Okay. So you come in through the garage. Gannon has already come inside. What's the first thing you remember seeing whenever you come inside?
I usually always go in to think about, hey, I need to let the dogs out. Hey, I need to do this. Like that is my mentality, is to go in to do that. And the alarm could tell if no, it won't, because I had put those things on there. See, that's where the hard part is, because I can't give you the exact time, because, yeah, it might. Some of the sensors, remember I told you I had the things going on, and we had put the little power things on them or whatever. Some of the sensors were picking up, but some of them weren't, so I can't give you the exact time. If I went in, I could tell you if I went in and went upstairs or went downstairs first by the motion, but the motion was all off because I had put
towels.
Right.
You hadn't pulled those down from the night before yet?
Yeah, in my mind, that was not, sure. Some of them, like the one in the corner, hangs off the side, so it might have picked it up or it might have not. So if it wasn't for that, I could tell you by that, did I go straight in and go straight to the basement? Because it would say, upstairs.
I want to, so with this kind of conversation, it's really all about what you remember and what your perspective
Right.
is. Okay.
So I remember it was just basically being, like normal because I'm excited. We got, new clothes for the pets, and we're coming in the door, yada yada yada.
Yada yada
And
yada.
then halfway through, I knew I had specific responsibilities to continue out the rest of the night. My brain hadn't said, hey, you need to go check or anything with the money yet because I just wasn't on that, that direction yet.
Sure.
I was on the direction I wanted to work out, I wanted to listen to my music, I wanted to just, relax. That was my mindset. So it wasn't to be like, okay, this year, that type of thing.
Sure.
It should have been because I gave someone the code to get into our house, but in my experience in Lorson Ranch has been that, most everyone has people, they give people their codes and let them come in and fix things, and, like you can do the Amazon packages and have them delivered inside the door. So I wasn't thinking, like I need to run in and check, make sure it's okay. If I felt that I was doing a harmful situation, that would have been my, first off, I wouldn't have done it, but second off, I would have went in immediately and been like, did he fix what he's supposed to do? Did he take me from the home? That would have been my initial thing. So it was a normal, I want to listen to music, I want to work out. I don't know, I might have got something to drink. I don't, up and down, dogs, that type of thing. That would have been my, mentality. But I didn't hear anything until I had my headphones on, and I thought, like, it's one of those things where you thought you heard something, because, like, the downstairs, if anybody makes any kind of noise, like a boing, it's like, it echoes really loud.
Oh, really?
Like, it has, like a louder echo through the vent.
Okay.
So even sometimes, whether you're asking about noise counseling or not, even like having things on or not, sometimes it's just the way that, they're sitting on there, you hear something, and that was, like, almost like an echo noise.
Okay.
And that was, and below my room would be that storage room.
Okay.
So
you were in your room when you heard that?
So when I heard that, I don't remember if I was, I know I had the headphones on.
Okay.
So I don't remember if I was in the room or walking back and forth, because I had a big speaker box over here, and then either I played the big speaker or played the headphones, or however on the big speaker back and forth. So I don't know if I was like here, there. Again, I wish I could give you the motion thing, because that would give you a better time, like a 2 4s or whatever, 2 5 here, like that. But when I heard it, that's when I was just kind of like, oh, did I hear something? Remember, I even told you earlier, I had a couple of times before I even thought that would be of a concern.
Sure. So when you thought you heard something, what happened next?
So I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 times or whatever that I kind of was like doing this here, and I back and forth, and that's when I told you that I, started to walk down the stairs, and I told you that Gannon was on to the right of the area.
Okay.
Like when you walk down the stairs, he was on the right of the area.
Okay.
And the guy was over here.
Okay. And was the guy just out, or?
No, the noise was probably because of like moving around, I guess, or whatever. And the door was like almost not necessarily like a semi-crack, but well, maybe a little semi-crack. I don't know if he was looking out, like peeking out or anything like that. And so I noticed that someone was right there. And that's when immediately it was just, so there was no, it wasn't like, hey, how are you? It was, if someone's in your home, they're not there to, when they're not supposed to be doing whatever, they're not there just to like talk to you. It was immediate from then on. That it went to that, and Gannon came in, tried to get on.
So
blah, blah, blah.
let's slow all that part down.
Okay.
You go downstairs, you notice somebody's there. What's the next thing that happened?
So I noticed that he was there, and he had, I told you, when I went in my room earlier, one of the things that I remember triggered, not necessarily triggered, but I thought was odd, but I had my shades, and I remember I told you my doors were open to the cabinet in the room.
Okay.
So I noticed that they were open, so that kind of, my mind was like, did I leave that open? But that also set off the fact of when your brain runs rapidly and you're looking, you're like, oh gosh, that's why that door was open.
Okay.
That
So like you put it together.
Right. I put it together very, very quickly. And so that part ran back in my mind. And so immediately when he saw that, he saw me, I don't know if the intentions was us to come in that soon. I don't know the intentions if it was to do anything, because I don't think the intentions was going to be to like take anything from us. Because he already had on gloves. He already had obtained a gun from our home. Like had already done those things. and immediately it was an attack mode for me.
Okay.
And from there, oh, I didn't mention to you, I did go in the cabinet because I take lorazepam for anxiety, and I was like already super anxiety from like having all this, you know, like going on and stuff with the like fire and stuff like that. So I took 2 lorazepam. So I did go in and take two lorazepams and blah blah yada yada.
And that was in the cabinet, the lorazepam, or was that somewhere else?
Like in the kitchen?
No, you said that you went in. So where was?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like in the kitchen, we have a kitchen cabinet. I should say that to you.
Okay.
The cabinet that I'm talking about that the doors are is a bedroom cabinet. I say cabinet. It's like a armoire, like a smaller one that has doors that open. That's I should specify cabinet thing or something.
Right.
The bedroom one, the kitchen one would be where the
medication.
Right. So I did take. That's why I said I think I might have got something to drink or something, but I did take 2 lorazepam.
Okay.
And so that I did do that, and then I did. Come down with it.
Okay. So just so we're clear, the kitchen cabinet was where your medication was. Describe for me the armoire in the bedroom where the shades and your gun was.
So you want to know like what's in it or like what?
What does it look like? What color is it?
Sorry, so it's silver, almost like a chromish color with like glass.
Okay.
And it does have handles, like little knobs that you can pull on.
I think I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it at 2 hours even. So in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna stop it.
Okay.
It has insert, like shelf. Yeah, the shelf.
Okay. Perfect. And where does that sit in your bedroom?
If you walk in the room, like say I'm like opening the door, walking in the room, it's exactly right here.
Okay. And does it sit on something or does it have its own feet?
Like is it on feet?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're talking
Yeah,
about
it has its own feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and like if I had to do like I don't know what, samples or whatever, I just wanted to tell you about the medicine because I didn't want you to be like, but I mean it's prescribed to me anyway, so.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, and I had already taken one that morning too, so it was just, I only have to take them with panic attacks, but I just have taken a lot, I don't think a lot of it, I'm sad, but I don't take any at all unless I'm having a panic attack. And I had
So it was a little bit more than usual.
Right, just because it was just, you know, like, the whole anxiety of it. So.
So you go downstairs,
Mhm.
and you see him, and you said that he had already found a gun.
He had already been in the home, like in our home, like moving, like I say moving, like doing something. Because you wouldn't have just walked in and known, hey, there's something here. You just had to go in, and most people would probably look through drawers and things like that. I don't know. I'm not making that assumption of it. I'm just saying he had already obtained one. So I'm kind of, I can't speak for what, you know, like what went on or
And I'm not asking you.
Okay.
What, can you describe the gun for me?
So it was our black gun.
Black gun.
I don't know what make and like what the brand was or whatever.
Okay. Was it, do you know whether it was like a revolver or like a
Yeah.
like a
No,
pistol
automatic. It's
or-
automatic.
Automatic?
Yeah, like you just pull the trigger.
Okay. And is that like, and do you know the caliber, maybe?
I think it's a 380 maybe?
380?
Or 9, one of those.
Okay. So you said it was Joe's black gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many guns do you guys have?
4.
4? Okay. What kind are they?
I don't know the big one that Albert has. It's AR something.
Okay.
And then there's the shotgun. And the 2, I think they're both 2 380s.
380?
Yeah, I think it's like a 380. Sure, both 380s.
Okay.
Dave McCormick said he's
Perfect. Alright, gang, look. Oops. Alright, gang, we're gonna stop the live right there for tonight. That was part 1 of the Letitia Stout story, who was convicted of murdering our 12-year-old stepson. Rest in peace to Gainan. this story is, like I said, this story gonna take y'all through a bunch of twists and turns, ups and downs all around. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna really mess y'all head up. So, like, again, I appreciate everybody that tapped into the live tonight, man. Y'all know it's all love with me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the goons and all the goonettes. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat, the let out. You already know how we vibing. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to donate to the channel. Cash App, $OZ1700. Go holler at me on TikTok, OZ1700. Go holler at me on Twitch, OZ1700. Instagram, OZ1700. It's all OZ1700 across the board. You know what I'm saying? On most platforms. I think even on Twitter too. But I don't really be on Twitter like that right now. But I'm gonna start messing around with it. And I just made a Discord too, and that's Jonas OZ1700, I think. But again, y'all, I appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Tomorrow is day 5 of the 30-day lives, part 2 of the Letitia Stout story. That's crazy. That was a lot. So tomorrow is, say it again, day 5, 30-day live, and part 2 of the Letitia Stout story. So hopefully I see y'all tomorrow. And y'all know the motto. Be safe. Stay focused. And most importantly, stay out the motherfucking way. And like that, we gone.